Okay, everyone, welcome back. It's time for us to take on the Untended Graves. We've got the upgraded version of Gundyr. A few pretty tough enemies to take down, as we've got two giant crystal lizards, and a couple of other bits and bobs to take on as we go through. We'll run you down first. Yeah, we'll have no trouble from you. Our Ashen Estus ring, which means we can now recover more Estus from each of our Ashen Estus flasks should we wish. Over this way. Come on, start your patrol. There we go. Now you want to draw this back a little bit because there are in fact two of these. Oop. You and your nasty movesets. Oops. So good at avoiding those, aren't you? These guys drop Titanite chunks, which are supposed to be worth knowing. Now, I'm not worrying too much about preserving stuff at the minute. We are going to be coming back for a rest before we go ahead and take on Gundyr. Mainly because this area is quite short, and there are a few tough enemies for us to be dealing with. There's tons of dogs around this way, so do be careful. Go, another Titanite chunk. And I think, what are we on? +8, so we need quite a few more before we can actually upgrade the pyromancer flame again. Another 4. We have got the slab, so we'll be able to take it straight to 10, which would be nice. Although the upgrades are only meagre, it's worth kind of just getting it up there just to have it all finalised, which would be nice. 2 crystal lizards. Now, you can draw them out one at a time, so I'd fully advise doing that. Obviously, bear in mind if you kill one, you can then go and rest, so that you can then kill the second one. He should come all the way out to us. Come on. Let's come back. Come on. Here, lizard. Here, lizard, 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 lizard. Come on. That's better. These guys don't like fire very much, it's cool. Oops, that was a terrible move. It's one down. Okay, so we are in fact rocking tons of damage stuff. That's cool. Right. Big bad number 2. Jumping right up. Now then, I'm probably going to have to do a separate video after this, but I have been toying with which games I should play next. Now, being as Final Fantasy X has just been re-released, and I really love that game. It'd be kind of cool if you guys would like to see it, and I don't kind of know how you guys would like it to be. Would you like it with commentary, without commentary? Would you like to see everything I do, or would you like it in like? I have this idea of making Final Fantasy X the movie where you don't actually see any kind of unscripted fights. You only see the ones where kind of just, you know, they're a part of the storyline. So you don't really see any grinding or like kind of anything but me kind of walking down a road, and then like once I've gone down like an area, I'll go back, do any leveling I need to do, and then you guys are trying to just see a really streamlined almost film of the game, which would be pretty cool. But I'm interested to see what you guys think. I'm gonna have to do like a channel announcement for it, just so I can kind of gauge what interest people have in the different types of games I could play. So we'll have to see. Get off. Yeah. Everyone likes a gravity death. Now the cool thing about that is it's replenished our essence fast. Ooh. And I've got to waste that opportunity right there. That's fine. What we're on 14, aren't we? So we're down 1 health flask, 1 mana flask. We'll try anyway. We're fine. Dude on the left. Dude try and trap us in. No! No! Oh. So as you can see, this place is quite troublesome. And we do need to kind of clear most of it out, which is the unfortunate thing. Just because we're going to be summoning that dude there on the floor, look. Oops. Let's get you all down. I clearly need to get my stamina up. Okay, so, not entirely confident I'm going to do this first time, because we're a little bit beat up. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. Let's see if this guy will come straight in with us. Because he will quite often just go off and start trying to kill all those guys over there. So if you summon him in and then start fighting this guy, he'll be out there fighting. This dude will be 30% harder. Just so you know. Hey! Come on, let's go. Let's go! Sorry, it's going to be a bit of a cut there. As you can see, I've kind of dealt with all the enemies, and the Swordmaster decided to glitch out with me. This is still going to be the first attempt. As you can see, there's no boss fog gate at the front of here. I am down a few extra heals because we had to go and clear out the rest of these enemies because Swordmaster here was feeling bloodthirsty. So let's go and deal with Gundyr. Hopefully we can do this first time. I'm semi-confident because the Chaos Fireball does do a lot of damage, but we'll see how this goes. Woo! Oh, better than expected. Okay, so before we go back to filing, I'm going to go and clear out the next area. There's a few goodies for us to collect. Mainly the I can't remember the name. Coiled sword fragment, which will give us unlimited homeward bones. And in playthroughs after this, you can drop it off at the crows for a Titanite slab, which is pretty nice. Probably should have rested though. Let's do that. Let's get our flasks back. So on and upwards we go. Now there's a bit of a secret in this area as well, so we'll be uncovering this. So lots of pretty well hidden secrets around here. The biggest one being this is now crawling with black knights, so do be careful. Here we have one right there. My lack of stamina is really starting to show now. So that's going to have to be something that gets upgraded. I mean, we've got, hopefully by the end of this, 3 to 4 levels worth of levels. So that'll be 1 on each of faith and intelligence, and then hopefully 2 on stamina. We are looking quite desperate for achievement as well. It's pretty painful, but then it's probably just because I'm used to the craziness that is now my sorcerer build. Whoop. Not good. Let's get a... Now, something about the Black Knights, they always leash at doors. I don't know why I stood there to say that. But if you get through those doors, they won't come through the door, so you can kind of bait them back there and take them on nice and easy if you wish to. I suppose not really much point in a cut because we're right next to it. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Let's have one of these. But at least my souls will be nice and close. It says, where are they? Let's just demonstrate what I was trying to demonstrate for you. So if you come through here, he won't. So you can just laugh at them if you wish to. Which is most definitely the easiest way to farm them for their armour set, which is like an upgrade to the Silver Knight set. Or at least it used to be. I haven't actually farmed it in this one. Here's Mr. Greatsword. Your shield's doing a good job, mate. Cool. Now over in the area where the master was, which is to the left, I can't remember whether it's guarded by another Black Knight or not, but there will be the sword that the master uses, which is the dude that we've been summoning, by the way. It sounds like something that's going to come towards me. There we go, got the Chaos Blade, which is a katana. There we go, I thought I heard something. Take this all. It's probably quite a bad situation to be in. Oops. Expecting to roll through that. Take heal. Got to take you down, aren't I? Oops, couldn't roll fast enough. There we go. 2 down. Cool, now let's go get this other Black Knight from up here. Where was he? That's it, take it. Feel the burn. As for the Hornet Ring, for those that don't know what that is, basically if you parry or backstab somebody you will do even more damage. It's pretty brutal if you're good at your parry timings, which I am not. So in here, a couple of things to collect. We've got the sword coil fragment in the middle. And then we have a secret over behind where the priest sits. Now where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is that it? I think it's this one. Ah, so this is where Yol stands. For the Hollow Ashes, yep. And then we need to go all the way around for the other secret. So a couple of bits and bobs for different people to kind of stand in. You got the bit here for where Andre is, and then Firekeeper Eyes. Now getting that is a key item if you want one of the endings. We'll talk about that later on. I mean, I'll go over it in more detail in the Sorcerer playthrough. I probably should have spoken about it a little bit more in this one. But I feel that, like, you know, I've already done it. So, right, so I think that's everything from in here. If I remember rightly, yeah, we've still got a merchant here that you can talk to.
Fancy that. What?
She has the Wolf Knight set and the Priestess ring. We are going to take that just in case. It's going to be useful in terms of. I'm not too bothered about the arm set, even though it is light and has pretty good defences, which is quite nice. Note that she does still sell the same items. I'm not going to use too many souls because I want to level up quite a bit if I can. But the Priestess ring is going to give us +5 faith, and there's also the Scholar ring which gives us +5 intelligence. Now the reason I want those is mainly so I can test out kind of what stats are going to do as they get higher and stuff, without actually having to level up there. So I can kind of then feel out whether or not I want the next 5 levels in my intelligence and faith. Switch that out to the, what is it called, sword fragment. There we go. And now we no longer need to go finding home advance. Now then, we've got tons of boss souls in our inventory. Now the only thing that I'm really bothered about is anything that is either a pyromancy or a weapon that's going to benefit me in terms of my fire damage. Now, I don't think there are going to be any, so if there's anything that I don't want that isn't going to do those... Ooh, a straight sword, nice. So we've already got that pyromancer there. We don't need a miracle, although we are going to be a dark build, so we'll take that. So we don't need any of this, and we don't need any of these. There's the Moonlight Greatsword for those that want to kind of go heavy on intelligence, but I still think that its kind of requirements are way too high for a true sorcerer's caster. Maybe if you was going to do kind of a strength magic build, then it would be good. But I don't feel that 16 strength is within reach, like really for a sorcerer, because that's 6 extra levels out of my sorcerers, and it's only got descaling when my crystal S-stock has got an A when it's at +10, so I just no. Interesting that the dancer swords scale with everything, so there's a bit of potential for those for us as our fire build. They look pretty cool. So no, not really anything here that we really need. Prisoner's Chain's okay. Pontiff's Left Eye has never really done me any good favours. So, I mean, just for the sake of having all the rings, I guess.
Now, She would not.
So, the rest of them, we're just going to go ahead and swallow. Because I want to get into a good level before we start going to these next areas. Now, a good way to get plenty of souls, particularly if you want to get, particularly if you are a faith build, you're going to want to do quite a lot of co-op. That's definitely going to be happening on my cleric build. So, unfortunately, like my cleric build is probably going to be much higher level than many of my others because once we get the Covenant of the Sunlight, we will be doing a lot of co-op on that build, just so that I can kind of have almost instant access to the kind of benefits of being in that Covenant, which would be nice. So that's going to be at least 5 levels worth of levels. I'm hoping for 6, but we'll see.
Welcome, host. Very well done.
So yeah, we've got 6 levels worth of levels there. So we're going to hit up endurance and achievement a little bit, as well as these guys. Hopefully that should help us cause considerably more damage, as well as have a bit more focus points and endurance. Nice. I'll give these to you.
Ashen one on Houghton. Admit that she. Forgive me.
Cool.
Farewell.
So that's all that done. She's going to have some nice items now. Yep, so she's got the dancer set, the eastern set. Oh yeah, we've got some ashes to give you as well.
Great.
Good selection of rings as well. That's pretty cool. Alright, so with all that sorted, we are in a pretty good position now. What level are we? Level 85, that's a bit close to where I want it to be for this area. So we're all sorted, we're good to go for the end of the game. Well, the closing areas of the game, we've done the majority of it now. We've got 2 main areas and a side area left. About 4 or 5 bosses. So thanks for sticking with me this far if you have done. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys. I'll catch you next time.